Hello, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me today. I've been asked a few questions about altering books and altering the little golden books. Sorry, you can't see that for the light shining on it. Little golden books. That was following the video that I did the time before last where I altered the pages of the Flopsy bunnies. Little golden books I think are a little bit more problematic, but don't have to be. It just takes a little bit of thought to it. The little golden books you can separate. They've got the staple there. When I use them, this crease where you've got that spine, I cut the front and the back away from this little bit there and then add a spine to it. The difficulty that gives you then is your pages are that much too big because it comes to there. So you can cut that off, which is fine. You just lose part of your picture and you may lose some of the words if you're not careful. You know, you might end up cutting a head off or something, but you can do it that way. The other way to do it, and this is the way that I do it, little golden books, by the way, they come with 2 separate signatures with 3 pages in each. So they're nice, good ones to work with. The way that I do it is, don't forget to keep your book in order. But the way that I do it is I put a fold down here that's going to be enough to bring the paper, to bring it inside the edge of the book. So keeping the signature or the signature, the 2 pages joined together, I crease and fold it. Okay. I would then put some glue in this bit where you've folded it down there, just to glue those 2 bits together. And this bit here then comes the new signature. That's where you would put it in your book like that. So it would open like that. You'd go through your book, you get to the rest of it, you've glued this bit down, so your page turns like that, and then you've got this bit here, this little flap that you've made, where you would then attach an extra page. So you've then got that becomes a page, and you can do it either, you know, you can do it as a pocket, you can do it as a short page, you can do it as a long page. You could cut that and put that paper in between and stitch it together, but you need to add a page or an envelope or something onto this to make an extra little bit. Okay, and remember to keep your pages in order. So all as you do, just do that again. And I would fold these alternatively. So 1 to the back, 1 to the front and 1 to the back. Otherwise you've got that bulk all on one side of your signature. So you separate it so that you've got 1 to the back, 1 to the front, 1 to the back. If that makes sense. So you just make your crease, fold it back, glue that bit down there so that this crease here you're gluing together. That becomes your new where you stitch it in, and you add an extra page onto there. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I do hope it does. If anybody in the UK wants to try a little golden book, I've got a few that I'd be quite happy to do a swap with. So, you know, let me know if you fancy an exchange. I'll send you a little golden book and you can send me something in return if you like. So the other question, let me just grab it. Okay, the other question that I was asked is how I get my patterns on my paper. I use copy paper, about 80 GSM. I use a mix of tea and coffee, and I do 1 sheet at a time to get a really good impression like this, and I just dry it in my craft room on the windowsill, lay it on a tray so it's not messy. So I dip 1 sheet into the tea and coffee. I've got these plastic cloths, these plastic mats that somebody very kindly sent to me, and I'm so grateful because I can't get them where I am. And once you've dipped that, you just lay your mat on it and you just leave it in the air to dry. And I can do 4 or 5 pages in a day. I'll just pop up, dry it and see how it's going. Don't put these in the oven, they will melt. And this is the pattern that I got from this mat, so it works really well. I know it sounds as if it takes a long time, but to me it's worth it to get such a really good imprint. So they're ones that I've done with different mats. Okay, so that's the way that I do it. It works for me, and sometimes I can be patient. I think they were the only updates I wanted to give you. So, cracking on with my journals. I haven't done any on the Easter one yet. I've got all the papers together, which I think I showed you last time. So I haven't done any more with the Easter one. I haven't got any further with this botanical one. But the pages are all together. I've put that one, that's where that one's going to go. So that was all that I've done on that one. So that's ready to start work on. I've done a little bit in this botanical one, in that all I've done is the window envelope that I had. I've collaged on it. That's looking through at the bird. Just hold it in the light. I've used Rachel's papers again, one of Rachel's doilies. I've made that into a little pocket. I haven't sewn around any of these tags or anything yet, so that's going to go in there. I've just decorated it here on the inside so that there's no pockets there at all. And then on the back side of it, I've put one of the waterfall pockets that we made. So that's attached on there at the back of the envelope. Can't grab hold of the string. That's where I put that there. I've put a journaling card at the back of it. And then the back page of it again, I've just collaged with one of Rachel's collage papers. So that's that bit done. Whew, one bit. Loads more to do. So that's that one. The Flopsy bunnies I haven't done any more with. That's going to be the waterfall of that one, and that'll go on one of the envelopes, but that's ready to work on as well. Looks like I haven't done much, doesn't it? I have had a few issues that I'm dealing with at the moment, so it's kind of my mind's elsewhere sometimes. But anyway, but I have got on with the bunny journal. I think I'm finding it easier to kind of work on one, and if I make something that I think, oh, that was good, I'll make a few more to go in the other journals as well. So I'm kind of making bits and pieces as I go, but not a lot. I don't know if you can see, this is the fabric I'm going to put on this one. It has little bunnies on it. I don't know if you can see it. So that's going to be the cover fabric for this one. You'd seen that I'd put that one, the little pocket in there, and I've put that pocket in there. I've decorated the edge of that page. I've put some ruffle trim. Don't know if you can see that. Put the ruffle on it. That took me a while to decide where to do. I've put this that we made together in there, and there'll be a card going in there. That's a flip out, and I've made an envelope that goes on there. Have I done anything at the back? I have put that one in there. It's the waterfall one that we did. So that's the window envelope that we decorated. There's a pocket just there, so that'll have something in it. There's a pocket just there on the inside, so that's going to have something tucked in it. I've done the waterfall, and there's going to be a card, journaling card in there. I've made a little pocket just there. What else have I done? I think that was about it. Oh, I put that pocket on, so I've stitched lace on it, and I've attached that, so that's pockets either side, so that'll have journaling cards in as well. A little bit of decoration that's going to go on this page here, and I'll stitch down there, and then that can be a tuck spot as well if you want it to be on that paper. Decorated that page, so I've done little bits in this one, as you can see, and what I want to do is I want to work on, I've lost it, I want to work on this page. Here we go. And I've got some papers and an envelope that I want to do. So I want to put this envelope on here, and I want to keep it as an envelope, and I think you can see it's got some nice tea staining on, so I don't want to cover this envelope up very much. So I'm going to decorate this to go in here. So I thought you might like to just join me while I do that. If you don't want to, then that's fine. I don't mind. Well, I do mind, actually. I like the company. So what do I want to do? I think I want to put a pocket on the front, but I don't want to cover that up too much. I'm thinking, that's got a nice edge as well, hasn't it? I'm thinking that, how tall is this envelope? Do it in inches. That was in inches, but I mean in the half. So it's about 6 1/4. So I need about 6 1/4 inches. Oh, that comes to there quite nicely, doesn't it? So I'm going to cut that there, and I'm just going to see what it looks like. I'll show you what I'm doing in just a moment. Oh, where's it gone? So what I'm thinking is that this could be a nice pocket on here, couldn't it? Does that show up? Yes, I think it does show up quite nicely, doesn't it? And I like the blue, that blue writing there. I'm just thinking that it could actually be folded over and be a pocket on the back as well, couldn't it? I don't know if I cut that, doesn't look like I cut it very straight, does it? So I'd have to straighten that up. Okay, let's see where I've gone wrong in not cutting that very straight. It's not that far out actually. It must be my eye that's out. But I think I do want that on there, and I think that could be a little tuck just there, and then that can be a tuck. That's quite a big pocket though, isn't it? Oops daisy. See, I'm faffing again, aren't I, wondering what I'm going to do. If that goes there, it could still be a tuck spot there, and that could be a nice tuck spot there. So I think that is what I'm going to do. The edges I just want to strengthen a little bit. So I've got some thin paper here that I'm just going to, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick that onto it and cover the whole thing. Okay, I'm off. Make a bit of space. I seem to have got myself all crowded in. Oops, where have I put it? Oh, it ran away from me. So I'm going to make sure that I've got lots of glue down the edges so that it sticks really well. This is just an old dictionary page that I've got, and I do use it in collaging, but it's quite nice to just use when you want to give something that little bit of strength. And I'm looking for my cards that are hiding. Smoosh it down. What this paper doesn't like is it does not like being cut, and I think it's because it's a little bit old. So I'm actually going to cut on the kit paper, because otherwise that paper will just tear, and I know that from experience. Just trim it off. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're all okay. It's a really dull day here in the UK. It's looked like it's going to rain all day, but it hasn't done as yet. It's not too cold out. It's actually been quite a mild January coming into February. Where I live in the Midlands in the UK, we never get much snow. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just level those two up and just put a little notch roughly so it's in the same place, not that it matters. That'll do. Where did I have it folded? Oh, that feels a bit more sturdy now. I want that on that side, but I am going to cut some of that off. I want the yellow bit there. If it's that little bit smaller than that, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So all I'm going to do is look for my glue. Gosh, golly, folks. It was over the other side of the room. Try and edge it so... Do you know, I am faffing today, aren't I? Oh dear. Never mind. Right, bump that up. I just want glue on that edge and glue on that edge, and I'm just going to run a little bit of glue down there, and I'm going to stick that on there. So it's still a tuck spot there. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there. I hate to waste any of Rachel's papers, they're just so pretty. And then that will stick on there, like that. Don't want all of this flap, so I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to give myself about probably just ½ an inch, just so that I've got something to stick down. So that's still going to be an envelope there, and it's going to have a tuck spot just there. Just let that dry a little bit. And I've lost my journal. It's going on the back page, I said, didn't I? So that's going to go on the back page. On there. And then it will open. Yep, that's fine. Make sure I've got it the right way around. So that's going to glue on there like that. I am finding it easier working on one journal at a time, but I'll probably do something like this in the other journals as well. So can you see okay? So we've got a tuck spot just there. We've got a tuck spot just there. We've got the envelope going in there. And I'm thinking, could be dangerous, couldn't it? Oh, that's pretty. I'm thinking I might put a pocket here with another, well, if it's a pocket, it's got a pocket in it, hasn't it? Silly girl, silly girl. How wide is that? So if I was going to do that, let's have a look. It's not quite 4.5. So if I say I want it 4.5, but I want to turn it, so I want it to be about 5.5. There we go, that's 5.5. And I said 6.25, didn't I? Before I decide where would 6.25 be? So that's 6.5. I want this writing on. I don't want to lose that writing, because I think that'll be quite pretty. But I want to strengthen the top of it, so I'm gonna score it just above there. And fold it straight as I can. I'm not very good at folding straight, you know. I'm going to do, I cut it ½ an inch bigger, didn't I? I mean ½ an inch bigger either side-ish. So that's going to be ½ an inch down that side. And it's going to be ½ an inch down that side. So they will fold over, because they're going to be the flaps that stick to the page. Hope you can see what I'm doing, folks. And then I want it to be, I said about 6.25. Isn't that pretty? About 6.25. So I want to score it. I'm going to go a little tad less. So I'm going to see if I can got a little mark there. What am I doing? Come on, Carol. So that's about there. I'm going to score it there. And then hopefully that will fit behind that envelope. Okay, so I'm going to trim off the excess. I don't need all that at the top, but I am going to fold that over just to strengthen the edge where you take things in and out. Trim bits off there, bits off there. I'll hang on to that with the words on. You never know when you're going to want some words. I'm going to fold that over. That's the top that's strengthened. And then I'm going to see if it'll fit behind this window. Behind this envelope. So just put my folds. Oh, I thought I'd put that one in. There we go. So I want that to be like that. What do you think, folks? What do you reckon? It does stick out just a little bit. I could push it all the way up. Well, I like that. I don't think it matters that I can just see that little bit. I could make a fold. I could fold that one in slightly more. Do we want it to be hidden? We might do, mightn't we? So I'm going to take it in just a little bit more. There we go. Redo my little edge just so it doesn't catch. Refold that. Yeah, it's hidden behind it now. I've made it that bit smaller, haven't I? I like that. So that's what I'm going to put on there with my non-forgiving glue. So I need to be quick once I've got it. Hopefully I can get it, put it in place first time around. So what's everybody up to? Has anybody else done a rabbit journal? I think I'll do something similar to this in the other journals as well. I'm not sure I've got envelopes that have got the tea dye effect on, but I have got some envelopes that I've tea dyed, so we'll have a look, or I'll have a look and see what I can find. Oopsie. Oopsie. Put the lid on my glue. How did that fit? How did it go? I didn't put a notch in there, did I? I'm sure I can add that after. I don't want it to be a big one. That's fine. Oh, I've gone into the lettering, but that doesn't matter. I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. So we've got the envelope there, that flips out. We've got a pocket there. Yep, that's all nearly nicely glued down. Oh, picked the wrong glue up, look. I'm going to have to throw that bottle away. It's not working as a glue bottle anymore. It's given up its task. There we go. Glue that down. And just glue that bit down. There we go. So that will need a tag going in there. Leave that to dry, Carol. A tag to go in there, something to go there, something there, and something there. And I may stamp a rabbit or do something on here, a butterfly or something. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's another page done. The other thing that we were doing together, I don't know if you remember, but I found some images that I said could be put as flips in the journals, and I'm going to put one each into different journals. So this one will go in one of the botanical journals, and so will that one. That will go in one of the botanical journals as well. So that's the same image. And then I've got this one that's going to go in the Flopsy Bunnies journal. That one's going to go in the Easter journal. And this one with the two lovely bunnies is going to go in this journal. Now I've put the flap on that side, so it needs to go on this, on the front of the journal somewhere. Not there because we've got that. It could go there. But that's quite a good one for it to go on, because that's quite a good writing space, isn't it? So it would work there next to those bunnies. Let's have another look. We've got that one. So it could work. I quite like that. It matches with the flowers, doesn't it, and the colours. And it could go there. I think it blends in too well, so I think I'm going to put it on that one, but which is fine. But what I want it to have is I want it to have some sort of pocket on the back. I think I might use that, and so that will be a tuck spot on there. So that would go on there. Let's just fold it up. Somewhere like that. So that will fit on there. Oops, piece of paper attached to it. Again, I want to just strengthen that little edge there. Let me just find some scrap paper, one moment. Okay, I'm back again. So I've just added some paper on the back of that, the same as I did before, and I'm just going to cut the corners. I can't see what I'm doing. Just so that it gets rid of the bulk. I'm just wondering if I need to stitch around this. I don't think I do. I think it's pretty well stickered on. There's a little bit there, look. So I think I will just go and stitch around this, and then I'll add the pocket. One moment. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I've just stitched, just normal stitched around that. I have got some tabs. I don't know if I've got one that would look okay on there. That's where the pocket's going to be though, isn't it? So I don't know that I want to put a tab on there. I was very kindly sent some of these whale tail tabs, which I absolutely adore when I can fold them straight, look. If only they'd still did this whale tail punch, I think we'd all be happy bunnies, wouldn't we? That one doesn't show up very well, does it? I need a darker one, I think. That one's not very, well, it's darker, but too dark. Although I've got that. Undecided, aren't I? Again. Undecided Carol, that's what you need to call me. Doesn't know what she wants. Oh, that's quite nice. I think I quite like that because it goes with the same colours. And it picks out, yeah, I'm going to go with that. Okay, let me put those away. Oh gosh, I need to clear this table a bit, don't I? Right. Oh, and I found this as well that I think would make a nice, it's from an Alice in Wonderland book that I had, and I just kept it because I like the image. So I think that might have to go on. Right, so I want to attach this pocket. Is it a little bit tall? I think I'm just going to fold it in a little tad at the top. Just get rid of that little corner. Sorry if I've faffed through this video, folks, but sometimes my mind is elsewhere. That's not good, is it? You don't need to know about my troubles. There. So I think again I need a notch in there, so that's roughly the middle. Right, let's get this pocket on. Not that glue, it doesn't work anymore, Carol. The bottle, I think I've tried washing the nozzle on it, I've tried poking it out with a pin, I've tried all sorts, and I think the glue, it just seems to, whether it's because I've used it a lot and it's got too dried up inside, I don't know. But it really doesn't want to work anymore as a nozzle for my glue. So this is my last fine tip bottle, so I guess I'm going to have to order some more of those, aren't I? Right. That's going on there. Give it a good squishing. And I thought that would make a nice... Might cut it a bit shorter, or I might cut round it, but I think that can make a nice tag in there. Yep. And then this is going to glue in there. And then the other ones of these that we made, I will add some sort of pocket on the backs of those as well and get them stuck in the other journals. Bit of a hair there. Right, that can go in there. Glue that down there. And then I just want the tab, which I think I'm going to put in the middle-ish. About there. Yeah. Many are you lucky enough to have this whale tail punch? They are fabulous. Squeeze that down a bit. Need to leave that to dry, don't I? And it hasn't stopped me being able to use that pocket, look. It's not a big tag that's going in there anyway. But yeah, I think that's nice. Okay, so let's have a quick look at where we are with this journal then. This is just the bunny one. Sorry, we're at 34 minutes. I've really been a slow-mo, haven't I? So we've got the tags in there. Decorated that one. Put that one on there. I need a tag. We've got the flip there. We've got the envelope on there. We've got the pocket there that I need to find something for. Need something on here. I don't know if I might put something down the edge of that, but that's too pretty paper to cover up. We've just put that flip in there. Got those bunnies. Got Peter Rabbit. So I've still got a few pages that I need to decorate, haven't I, when you look at it. Pocket there. With a flip just there. Yep, so still quite a lot to do, folks. So I'll try and crack on with all of these, and maybe when I come back I'll have got that little bit further on, and then that one that we've done there. So I hope you like what I'm doing so far. And as I say, if anybody does want a couple of or a little golden book and they fancy doing a swap with me, I'll put a link below to my my email address, and just get in touch with me if you fancy a swap. Take care, everyone. Bye.